Okay, let's be real. Have you ever asked an AI for help, maybe to write a sales email, and it spits back something, well, just totally generic and useless? Yeah, we've all been there. It is so frustrating. But what if I told you that there's a simple toolkit, just 4 foundational techniques that can take you from those vague requests to getting incredibly valuable sales-ready content? Well, that's what we're going to break down right now. Let's get into it. Now, before we jump in, just a quick note on where this awesome info is coming from. This explainer is from Chapter 2 of a tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC, so you know we're getting this straight from the experts. This right here, this is a perfect tale of 2 prompts. It really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? On the one hand, you have this super vague request, write a sales email. You're almost guaranteed to get junk back. But then, look at the other side. A good prompt, one with specifics and context. That's built to give you a result you can actually use right away. That transformation is exactly what we're going to master today. All right, first up, technique number 1, the specific task. This is the foundation for everything else, and it's where we stop asking and really start instructing the AI. So here's the thing you have to remember. The AI, it's brilliant, but it's also clueless. It has no idea about your world, right? It doesn't know your audience, it doesn't know your goals, it definitely doesn't know what you talked about on your last call. The specific task prompt is how you give it all that vital context. It's the difference between the AI being helpful and it just, well, guessing. And it really just breaks down into 3 key ingredients. Super simple. First, you've got to define the exact task. So not just write an email, but draft a follow-up email. See the difference? Second, you have to specify the audience. Who is this for? A CFO at a mid-market company, for example. And finally, you have to state the purpose. What do you actually want this email to do? Okay, so here's what that looks like when you put it all together. This prompt, it's got all 3 of those elements we just talked about. The task, the audience, the purpose, it's all crystal clear. And here's a really important point. Notice how you can give it all this amazing context without using any real names or company details, so it's totally secure. This is the kind of prompt that gets you a fantastic first draft in like seconds. Okay, let's build on that with our second technique. You've told the AI what you want it to do. Now it's time to control how it does it. And we do that with the constrained output prompt. This one, this is your secret weapon. You know when you ask for 2 sentences and you get back this rambling 5-paragraph essay? Yeah, this is how you stop that. By setting explicit boundaries, you're telling the AI exactly what the final product needs to look like. This is going to save you so much time on editing. And you have a bunch of different levers you can pull here. You can constrain the length, give it a word count or tell it to use bullet points. You can dictate the tone. Should it be professional, empathetic? You can control the content, telling it to focus on ROI or avoid jargon. And you can even demand a specific format, like give this to me in a table. Now check this out. This example really shows the power of layering these constraints together. It's asking for a specific number of responses, a precise length, a certain tone, and even tells it to include a question. This level of control, this is what separates the beginners from the pros. All right, technique number 3. This is where things get really, really strategic. We're moving beyond just getting content written for us and starting to unlock some genuine insights. Let's talk about the role-based prompt. The big idea here, the absolute game changer, is that you're telling the AI who to be. It's like giving it a job title. So you're not just asking a generic question anymore. You're asking a specific expert for their unique point of view. And trust me, that fundamentally changes the quality and the angle of the answer you get back. Just think about this for a second. What if, before you walk into your next big meeting, you could actually get inside the head of the person sitting across the table? What if you could think exactly like their CFO? That's the kind of power we're talking about here. And here it is in action. By telling the AI to act as a chief financial officer, you completely stop guessing what they might care about. Instead, you get a strategic blueprint of their most likely priorities, their questions, their biggest concerns. This is how you walk into that meeting prepared for literally anything. Okay, let's bring it home with our 4th and final technique. This one ties everything together, and it is all about making your workflow so much more efficient. It's called the Format First prompt. The idea here is so simple, but it's also kind of revolutionary. You know that horrible process of getting a giant wall of text and then having to copy it, paste it, and just wrestle with it to get it into a table or a list? Yeah, this prompt eliminates that. You define the structure before you even ask for the content. I mean, just look at this example. The prompt is literally building the table with instructions before it even mentions the content. It defines the columns, it defines the rows, it's telling the AI exactly how to structure the output. The AI has no choice but to give you a perfectly formatted table that you can just drop right into your sales plan or CRM. For productivity, this is an absolute game changer. So there you have it. In just the last few minutes, we've gone from the frustration of getting those vague, generic answers to having this powerful 4-part toolkit to get precisely what you need from AI. So let's do a super quick recap of the 4 techniques that make up your new foundational skill. 1. The specific task, for giving the AI clarity and context. 2. Constrained output, so you can control the final product. 3. The role-based prompt, to gain that strategic perspective. And 4. The format-first prompt, for that seamless workflow. And that really brings us to a final thought, doesn't it? In a world where pretty much everyone has access to the same AI tools, the real advantage isn't about if you use AI, it's about how well you use it. So think about it. Could mastering these 4 simple prompts be the single fastest way to gain a real competitive edge in sales right now?